こんにちは、エボです。ザ・ファーストツリー。第3弾。雪山を越え、初夏の山を抜け。次は何だろうね。色的には、梅雨なんか鳴いてる。言うと。でも虫が結構鳴いてたりするから、秋口かもしれん。はい、ほじほじ。
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet. Or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me. My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching. I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
どうしよう。あっちにもあるね。癒される。綺麗だし。はい、やってきました。本物の船。さっき釣り竿があったから、もしかしたらここは昔、ここにもあるよ。川とか湖とかだったのかもしれないね。なんでこんなに変わってしまったのだろう。ピカピカ取ってトロフィーを獲得しました。50スタース。このスターってなんだっけ。小狐の痕跡みたいな。狐だけに。 森っぽい音。ラジカセ。ポンポンポンポン。この上の光の柱を。あーすごい。あ、いい音楽。で、ほじほじ。
We were happiest underneath the evergreens.
次は
We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on, just to pass the time during the
地
summer.
図だ。海
He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes, the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the
あ、
mountainside,
行き止まりか。
and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind,
No
though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home.
ノートレス
You
パー。
wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
あの家は最後出ていった時のままのはずなの。なんで世界はこんなに変わってしまったんだろう。何なんだろう。ここは何なん？別世界かい？落ちてる。オルガン、電子ピアノ。上にあるんだよ。お、当たった。むずそう。危ない。こっちでいいのかな。奥の細道。柱がこっちか。ん？だってなんかある。ん？よし。シャキーン。あと1個。あー、光の柱はこれ？いや、向こうにあるな。こっちかな。お、なんだあれ、ラジカセ見たな。 あーいいね、声の光が差してる雲の隙間から的な。あ、綺麗。いいですね。お、あっちにありましたね。痕跡が。あそこになんかある。